Hey everybody, this is Texas Danny and I'm coming to you from March the 6th, 2021, early Saturday AM here in Texas. Just yanked a little bit of a bombastic video and I pulled back on it a little bit, and I'm going to do a more genteel version or more mellow version here of what I was going to put out. Right now, and this is expressing only my beliefs and my opinions on this channel. They are only my beliefs, only my opinions. I do not have any of this as a certified fact. I cannot verify any of this for you, as I am somebody who's very, very much locked down in my particular area and I am not going anywhere, or seemingly so it seems. Never. But the observations and the changes that I see on Google Earth, as in a demonstration of digital media, also in printed maps such as my 2012 North American Atlas, and other media sources, including popular media such as movies and that kind of thing like that. And these are the changes, the representations that I'm seeing that I'm going to report to you. These reports are going to include the observation that I am seeing for those who are quantum affected or Mandela affected, who know for what that means. And I'm sorry for the uninitiated. I really am not going to go into detail on the phenomenon right now, other than to just give a kind of a base description. Our areas are closing in, and they're closing in fast and tight. Okay, our radius is diminishing. Okay, our northern areas of the globe are pulling in and coming up on Greenland and getting ready to be settled in that area. All areas are lining up and they're closing. All our formations on Earth are in massive, massive movements, extremely, extremely quick movements, as in the terms of, for example, if one were to look at this in just the most basic layman's terms of knowledge of quantum physics and that kind of thing, non-Newtonian actions. In other words, the future is already there, and the future is there in multiples. There's multiple futures, multiple presents, multiple past, and our physical form, our physical Earth, is kind of in bifurcation with each other, as we are just moving at a fantastic speed. As we get closer to our objective, counterintuitively, we move up quicker in speed. We go quicker and quicker and quicker as we get towards our objective. We speed up. We don't slow down. We're going faster. And at the same time, we drop mass, incredible amounts of mass. And we're doing that right now. And in that process, there is a tremendous amount of activity going on all possible levels. And the levels is the fantastic. Now, many people cannot, will not, or aren't able to accept this. There are those who are fixed in an absolute fast position that they are just not able to conceive or fathom anything other than the program mode that they're in. They are strictly formatted. They can't break it. There's nowhere to go with them, okay? They're going to be stuck where they're at. You're going to be moving at super quantum speeds, okay, as you're moving into the new phases. And we're coming into an adjustment period where a lot of multiple actions are going to be taking place all at the same time, in the past, the present, the future, and your physical location. The things that are going on all around you are going to be taking their effects, and there are going to be those who are, let me put it in a very simple, elementary way. They're going to be stacking sandbags because they don't want to be moved from their positions. They're fixed in the notion of things are as they are, and they do not want these situations to move, so they want to stop these aspects from changing, and they're going to do so no matter what. It's just what the results are as they're coming out. Now, to give you a simple example of a form right now, so I'll start with the United States. Our western part of the country is what we are primarily moving in, reduced in scope and size, and we're going east. and we're going also down, and we're going southeast, and we also break out east, northeast, whatever, because the radius is what's coming down. Now, as these things happen, as time and space pulls up and closes in, it constantly makes massive, massive adjustments on incredible small incremental amounts of time because of the things that are taking place, right, with the physics and the actions of it. These all are playing out in just amazing, amazing scales. For example, I happen to misspeak and describe myself as an immoral man. I don't know that to be a fact, but if I was an individual who was able to live to be 100,000 years of age, for example, an extreme, far older than the known civilization that we know out, I lived 100,000 years, I could not see the changes that are taking place to the globe as I've seen them since my quantum jump period of June 2016. So this period right now, we have seen way further than 100,000 years. We're talking probably way further than a couple, 2-3 million years. Easy. That's a very conservative estimate. But for giving an example of things that are going on right now is the Mediterranean is in action. The Mediterranean isn't closing. We have Italy swinging further in towards the Adriatic, lining up with Bosnia. We have those activities that are taking place with the certain structures that are all around the Earth that are coming up because they're coming up out of the timescape, and they're coming up into actions. We're also dealing with people who are outside of the space-time continuum, right? And they don't want people to know what's going on. Now, there are people who are benevolent, peaceful, and are trying to help and do the best they can. There are those who are very indifferent. Very indifferent. If they're not antagonistic, they're indifferent. So these are things that we're dealing with right now. Again, we're going to see a lot of moisture coming into the Sahara. The Sahara is breaking up. We have activity in East Africa breaking up, of course, with Lake Victoria. The Angola Tract is having her movements because Antarctica is swinging in under her aprons, as well as South America. For example, the eastern side of the Amazon, the Amazon areas of South America, that kind of thing like that, are also opening up, with Brazil and Argentina. A point of reference from my prior initial memory of history, there has been a tremendous loss of Argentina. Half of Argentina is gone, okay? And what's left today, if you saw Buenos Aires or anything else like that, you'd see the southern half of South America is just gone, okay? But this is happening outside of the timescape. There's nothing we can do in a ordinary fashion. You can't do anything about, like the folks who are going to want to stack sandbags, they're going to want to stack the status quo. That's impossible. That's not going to happen. The elements are going to vastly overtake anything that can be done in conventions, okay? It's because the future's already set. This ship has more than sailed. She's coming into port, and she's coming in port fast. She's like a speedboat coming in. She's going to ride that bank, okay, as she goes over. So be ready, because these things are happening. We're going to have issues with China, as we've got the central China area in the Yunnan. We've got Tajikistan. We've got Takamakkal. We've got Lake Uves. We've got the northern Russia plates. Everything is coming out east, everybody. These are all going to be moving out faster than anybody can adjust for any Newtonian timescapes. This is going to have to be dealt with super fast quantum computers just to keep tabs on where we're at, okay? So as far as the Newtonian aspects, people are not going to see them. A lot of what you're seeing around you, though, is nothing more than a hologram. It's like a movie that's playing out. There are going to be people around you who are unable to see anything. If they start talking about the drive from Scotland to Iceland to Greenland to Canada, right, and the commute, how long it takes, and they start griping about how long that commute takes every day, then you're going to get an idea of how no one can say or understand what's taking place, because the modification of the timescape will come in, and that will be their awareness, their alertness. For all they know, there was always a drive from, you drove from Scotland over to Iceland to Greenland to Canada to go to work. It took a 5.5 hour drive to get from the UK to Texas today. Oh, wow. That's the kind of the world we're heading into. They will have no knowledge of it, right? However, what upheavals we face or do not face, I don't know, because in abstractions, we are missing a lot of upheaval potentials. They're not happening. But then again, these may be modified or taken care of because of the time situation. We are in fantastic, fantastic speeds in time, far quicker than anyone can imagine, far quicker. Good luck on everything that's turning out right now, everybody. If I can leave with one last look, I'll give this advice. Washington, D.C.'s orientation has changed. Instead of a more southerly direction where from Alexandria on down from the Potomac, she now pulls out and looks more like she's going out southeast. The area that used to be more of a round, double-ringed green area around Washington, D.C. has also changed as well. Washington, D.C. has now gone northeast of Richmond, Virginia, okay? So she's changed in her relative position to that. Our time areas and our space areas and our geographic areas are all changing, and they're all adjusting way outside of the scope of human observation. Anything that can be perceived is going to have to be perceived with supercomputers, other than those of us who are by fate oddly and weirdly affected with the Mandela effect and the quantum effect. Good luck to everybody. God bless. Good luck.